The ancient city of Rome held its breath. A hush fell over the throngs gathered in St. Peter's Square. White smoke billowed from the Sistine Chapel chimney, a silent declaration echoing through the centuries. A new pope had been chosen. The anticipation was palpable, a shared heartbeat of hope and curiosity. From the balcony above, a figure emerged. Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle, the Archbishop of Manila, stood bathed in the golden Roman sunlight. His warm smile, a beacon of humility and compassion, reached out to the faithful. A collective gasp rippled through the square as his name was announced. The crowd erupted. Cheers in a multitude of languages rose like a symphony to the heavens. Viva il Papa! A new chapter in the 2,000-year story of the Catholic Church was about to be written. The first Asian pope, a man known for his humility, his intellect, and his unwavering commitment to the poor and marginalized, was about to lead the faithful into a new era. The grandeur of St. Peter's Basilica provided a fitting backdrop for the solemn ceremony. Cardinals, resplendent in their scarlet robes, processed through the hallowed halls, their faces a mixture of solemnity and anticipation. The air was thick with incense and the weight of tradition as the Mass began. The conferring of the pallium, a circular band of white wool, symbolized the Pope's role as shepherd of his flock. As it was placed upon his shoulders, Cardinal Tagle's demeanor was one of profound humility. The weight of the office, the legacy he now carried, was etched upon his face. The fisherman's ring, a symbol of the papacy dating back to the Apostle Peter, was presented. This simple gold ring, adorned with the image of Peter casting his net, served as a visible reminder of the Pope's connection to his apostolic predecessors. With each sacred rite, each ancient tradition observed, Cardinal Tagle drew closer to assuming the mantle of Pope. Among the cardinals assembled, a sense of hopeful expectation was palpable. Whispers of a new era, a pastor for our times, rippled through the hallowed halls. Many saw in Cardinal Tagle a reflection of Pope Francis's emphasis on mercy and outreach, but also a leader who could navigate the complex challenges of the 21st century church. Outside, the joy was uncontainable. Pilgrims from around the world, many waving the flags of their home countries, celebrated this historic moment. For many Filipinos, the election of the first Asian Pope was a source of immense pride, a testament to the universality of the Catholic message. The excitement extended far beyond Rome. From the bustling streets of Manila to the remote villages of the Philippines, Filipinos danced, sang, and offered prayers of thanksgiving. The news spread like wildfire across the globe, igniting celebrations in Catholic communities from Latin America to Africa. Luis Antonio Tagle was no stranger to the global stage. Born in 1957 in Imus, Philippines, his journey had been one of faith, intellect, and unwavering compassion. Ordained a priest in 1982, he rose through the ranks of the Church, becoming Archbishop of Manila in 2011 and a cardinal in 2012. His theological brilliance was matched only by his pastoral heart. He was known for his work with Caritas Internationalis, the Church's global charity organization, where he championed the cause of the poor and marginalized. His leadership transcended theological boundaries, earning him respect across different faiths and cultures. Cardinal Tagle's tenure as Archbishop of Manila was marked by his commitment to social justice and interfaith dialogue. He was a vocal advocate for the poor, the marginalized, and the victims of natural disasters. His ability to connect with people from all walks of life, to speak to their hopes and fears, marked him as a pastor in the truest sense of the word. The world watched with bated breath as Cardinal Tagle stepped onto the world stage. Global leaders, from heads of state to religious figures, extended their congratulations, recognizing the significance of this historic moment. The election of an Asian pope signaled a shift in the Church's center of gravity, a recognition of the growing importance of the global South. Social media erupted with messages of support and excitement. The hashtag Pope Tagle trended worldwide, a testament to the global reach of his message and the hope he inspired. Many saw in him a champion for the poor, a voice for the voiceless, and a leader who could build bridges in a world increasingly divided. The Catholic Church, under Pope Tagle's leadership, was poised to play a pivotal role in addressing the pressing issues of our time: poverty, inequality, climate change, and interfaith conflict. His election was not merely a change in leadership. It was a signpost, pointing towards a future where compassion and dialogue would define the Church's engagement with the world. As Pope Tagle embarked upon his papacy, the world watched with anticipation. His election held the promise of a new era for the Catholic Church, one marked by a renewed emphasis on dialogue, inclusivity, and a preferential option for the poor. His background and experiences made him uniquely positioned to address the challenges and opportunities facing the Church in the 21st century. Many anticipated a renewed focus on interfaith dialogue under Pope Tagle's leadership. His experience in Asia, a region home to a multitude of faiths, had instilled in him a deep respect for religious diversity and a commitment to finding common ground between different belief systems. This approach was seen as crucial in a world grappling with religious intolerance and violence. Pope Tagle's commitment to the poor and marginalized was expected to be a defining characteristic of his papacy. His work with Caritas Internationalis had given him a first-hand understanding of the challenges facing the world's most vulnerable populations. Many hoped that his papacy would mark a turning point in the Church's efforts to combat poverty, inequality, and social injustice. Despite the optimism surrounding his papacy, Pope Tagle inherited a church grappling with a multitude of challenges. Internally, he faced the task of healing divisions and fostering unity within a global church, grappling with diverse theological and cultural perspectives. The Synod on Synodality, a global listening initiative launched by Pope Francis, had revealed both the richness and the challenges of this diversity. Externally, Pope Tagle faced a world grappling with rising secularism, increasing polarization, and a growing distrust of institutions. The Catholic Church, like many other institutions, was not immune to these trends. Navigating these choppy waters would require a deft hand, a willingness to engage in dialogue, and a commitment to proclaiming the Church's message of hope and love in a world often shrouded in darkness. The rise of nationalism, populism, and authoritarianism around the world presented a significant challenge to the Church's message of universal brotherhood and solidarity. Pope Tagle would need to draw upon his considerable diplomatic skills to navigate these complex geopolitical realities while remaining a steadfast advocate for human rights and dignity. And as Pope Tagle embarked upon his papacy, he carried with him the hopes and prayers of Catholics worldwide. His election represented both continuity and change, a commitment to the Church's timeless teachings while also embracing the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. His papacy was a testament to the global nature of the Catholic Church, a vibrant tapestry of faith woven together by threads of tradition, culture, and belief. From the heart of Rome, Pope Tagle's message of compassion, dialogue, and hope had the potential to resonate far beyond the walls of the Vatican, touching the lives of millions around the world. The world watched with a mixture of curiosity and hope. Could this humble shepherd from the East, armed with his faith, his intellect, and his unwavering compassion, guide the Catholic Church through the turbulent waters of the 21st century? Only time would tell, but the early signs were promising. The election of Pope Tagle was more than just a news event. It was a powerful symbol of hope and possibility. In a world often shrouded in darkness, his message of inclusivity, compassion, and global unity offered a beacon of light, a reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, the human spirit, guided by faith and love, could still prevail. As the sun rose over a new day in Rome, a sense of cautious optimism filled the air. The journey ahead would be challenging, but with Pope Tagle at the helm, the Catholic Church, and indeed the world, had reason to hope. For in the words of the newly elected pontiff, we are all brothers and sisters, children of the same God, called to build a world where love, justice, and peace prevail. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.